Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to my garage. Got a lot of new subscribers after that last video on the 51 Chevy, so I just want to say thanks for subscribing and thanks for watching. So if you're new, it's just me in the garage. I hang out here, work on different stuff like this 38 Ford pickup. I was an automotive technician for the last 30 years, and at the start of COVID I decided to bring my tools home and start working from home, and we built another one of these trucks for a friend of mine. And so I do projects, and then I have customers, and I do regular automotive repairs also. I do videos like the one I'm going to do today. I'm going to do a video on this Bronco. Mostly going to do the video on the Bronco for the customer. I do a lot of those so the customer can see what I did to their car and stuff. But otherwise, every so often I try to do some video on progress on this truck. I've got other cars, other projects that I'm going to be getting into. I'm thinking about doing a video on I have the original frame, chassis, engine, drivetrain, everything out of this truck. I'm thinking about doing a video on trying to make that 38 flathead start and run. Running, it's worth something. If it's not running, it's not in running condition, then I don't know what I'm probably just gonna scrap it. So anyways, I'm gonna jump into this Bronco, see why this thing won't start. I am suspecting the fuel pump is bad just from what he was telling me. Sometimes it would start and run for a minute and then it would die. First thing, the battery's junk. I put it on the trickle charger last night. This thing's been sitting for 10 months. I got a loaner battery I can put in here. I'm gonna swap the battery out real quick and we'll get to seeing why it runs sometimes and doesn't other times. Okay, just for the heck of it, even though it won't crank it won't do anything. It has a surface charge, but as soon as you put a load to it, it pretty much goes away. I want to show you guys something though. I have my voltmeter hooked up here. I'm gonna check it. So it's got a fairly low surface charge. So you guys see all this stuff on top of the battery. This is what they call a surface discharge. If the top of your battery looks like this, over time it can actually drain the battery. And the way you can tell, so here we've got this battery's all over the place. So 11.92. If I put my meter right here on the battery, right on the top of the battery, half a volt. If I move it over here closer, 0.8 of a volt. I'm not actually touching, I'm just touching the plastic on the top of the battery. If I go over here, 0.3, and everywhere I touch it, you'll see you get a voltage reading. The battery will actually discharge itself across the surface of the battery. So you always got to keep your batteries clean because you will get what's called a surface discharge. And this is constantly working against your battery. That was an easy example to show surface discharge. It's pretty simple, but I have had a couple times where people let their car sit and it's horribly filthy. It's usually a reason that the battery's starting to do that anyways, but anyways, I'm gonna get this battery switched out. All right, while we're here changing the battery, cleaning things up, I might as well show you. So one of the easiest ways to clean the corrosion off your cables, basically you just want to get it in there and soak it. The hotter the water the better, and you can see that stuff coming right off, and it will actually go down inside the insulation of the cable and clean the wire inside there. I'm going to basically soak it like this for probably 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead, before I even put the battery in it, get my fuel pressure gauge hooked up. Yesterday the tow truck driver said that he jumped it and it ran for a couple minutes and then quit. So I'm going to hook up my fuel pressure gauge real quick. All right. Take this cap off the fuel rail, and that's where we hook our gauge up. Fuel pressure adapter. Okay. Fuel pressure gauge. Check. Okay. And the other thing I'm going to do, since I suspect that it's a fuel pump, I'm going to go ahead and hook up my voltmeter to the fuel pump. On a Ford, when you're looking for the fuel pump wire, you're looking for a pink with a black stripe. It's none of those. Here we go. It's on this side. Alright, that wire right there. Get my lead on this wire here. Alright, let's see if we can get this where we can see it. Key on. I hear the fuel pump, sounded good. I'm gonna try and start it. Okay, well, I could be wrong for assuming the fuel pump is bad. She will not start right now. Interesting. I have a check engine light. Let's check fuel pressure. The pump sounded good. I do have fuel pressure. Well, I thought I was going to be right on that one. You don't get lucky every time. So let's see, what do I got here? I need my starter button. Well, I can untangle that. Okay. Untangle the starter button. I guess I can take my voltmeter off the fuel pump. I need my spark tester. Okay, so I have my starter button. We'll hook this up by, man, all my stuff's tangled up. Positive battery. To the starter, and then turn the key on. Again, fuel pump sounds solid, so. All right, let's check some spark here. Okay. Okay, no spark. No spark, but I heard the injector's pulse. I think, if I remember right, you could unplug this guy right here. Unplug this guy with the spout connector. Let's see if it has spark now. Negative. Alright. Alright, so basically I have fuel injector pulse. So I know the computer is turning the fuel injectors on and off. I know that the distributor is sending out a signal because that's what the computer uses to turn the injectors and the spark on and off. While I was thinking about all this, I realized that I have two modules right here. I was using these to run an outboard boat engine. The outboard boat, the timing control on the outboard is controlled by mechanical lever it's got two dual points on a plate, and when the plate rotates, that physically changes the timing. So I was using the points to trigger these and run one per cylinder, and ran 2 Ford coils the same way, and it worked. It ran. It never made it to the water because I ended up using the bottom end for something else. Anyways, that's a whole nother project. I'll show you real quick what I had going on the boat. But since I have these and I can hear injectors clicking, I'm going to plug one of these in. I'm just going to plug it in, see if it starts, and we'll see what happens. Come up here. Now, I'm just going to unplug it. Unplug it, and then I'm going to plug it into this one. It's gray. As long as the color of the modules are the same. Some of the black ones, they're different. So I think as long as we got a gray and a gray, we're fine. Okay. Okay. And there we have it. Bad ignition module. Okay, well that made it just way too easy. I had the part sitting here, seen that plugged in, fired right up. Always love having a part sitting around, a known good tester. Let's go change this module. I better go over here. Anyway, don't mind the noise. Neighbors working on the house next door. And plug this guy. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Starting to get the feeling like they don't want us to keep cars running anymore. There it goes. Alright. So this I spread around like so. Like that. The parts that I've been getting lately are just horrible. Okay. There it is. Let's see. Let's see if it runs. Oh, I gotta hook up the wire. Guess I gotta go ahead and take my push button starter bypass off. Hook that back up. Let's see. Really? There it goes. Okay. It runs. Oh, I gotta take the fuel pressure gauge off. Hold on. I'm gonna give it a good check over. I'm gonna give him a call, talk to him, let him know that his battery's no good. The end of last year, I did a radiator, timing cover, water pump, all that stuff. Timing cover removal, I have a video on that. It wasn't a great video, actually. I didn't even mean to post it, but I'm pretty sure it's up there. So I replaced the timing cover, the water pump, radiator. I think I put a couple hoses and stuff on it too while it was here. That's been about a year. We'll close this for now because it's Saturday afternoon. Okay. Saturday afternoon, I don't feel like doing much more. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.